Did you spend Valentine's Day by yourself?
Yes, I did. Not because I wanted
You and your daughter?
Me, I have
Well,
a son too, yeah.
okay, 2 kids.
Oh my God.
You just that's that 1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
Okay, you didn't want to. How old are you? Y'all get out
I'll
of
be
these comments.
32 on the 28th.
Yeah, get out
That's
of the
fine.
comment
That's fine.
section. Get out of the comments. Y'all be
No,
22.
it's fine. It's just funny to me.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm interested, but that's cool. That's fine. Now I'll be 32 on the 28th of this month.
Okay. Were you married to their father? Is it you have
To
child? You
their
have 2
father?
kids by the same man?
Yes.
Okay. Were you
We were
married to him?
married. I married him when I was like 22. We were married like 10 years, but he was murdered 2 years ago. But we had split up right before he was murdered. So living in that lifestyle. So that's why we separated, because I had to do what was best for me and my kids. And I'm like, that's not a safe life, you know?
What street lifestyle?
Right.
Were you in it too? Don't
No.
knock on yourself. All right.
Oh no, I wasn't. The tattoos might throw you off, but I'm really not.
I don't know. I ask questions. I don't make a judgment. But you have you were married for 10 years. About then before he got murdered. Sorry to hear that. Was he always in that life?
Pretty much. I would say pretty much. He did. My story should be a movie, like a Tyler Perry movie.
Okay.
He did like 9 years. So he was in prison from age like 17 to 27, and then, but I known him since 9 years old, and then we ended up me not having a very supportive family and very intact family. Like I was out there young and not knowing what I'm doing. So that's how I end up getting involved with him and end up
Okay,
getting married.
but hold on. You knew he was in the street life.
The thing is, I didn't know. Like when I was dating him, when he was incarcerated.
When you were dating,
I'm leaving.
You found out he was. You hold on. You knew you knew he was in the street life before you got pregnant.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yes, you're right. Yep.
All right, then that's all I'm concerned.
And I ended up
let me because I don't know if there's a delay with the Bluetooth or not, so you might want to take that off.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay.
Because you're how old?
I'll be 32 in 2 weeks.
32, and your ex is dead, and you have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you, you said you spent this Valentine's Day by yourself, and you didn't want to. And my thing is, I say this on my YouTube show: the world does not owe you or me understanding. They don't care. The world doesn't care.
Right.
And if you're out here and you want to, do you want to have more kids?
No, I don't. I'm open to it, but I really don't. It's a lot of, it's hard work, you know? But if I find a man that you described that, you know, wants to take care of the home, and I'd be basically his support system and do my house duties, housewife, like I wouldn't mind having another kid under those circumstances.
Okay. Were you raised to be a housewife?
I wasn't, but growing up, I pretty much was been on my own since 16. My mom, she was on and off drugs. She passed away in 2010. Right before she passed away, she was clean the longest. It was 5 years. Nobody thought she would ever do drugs again. I just had graduated high school, and then when she relapsed, I had to I didn't have to, but I did.
What was her drug of choice?
Say that again?
What was her drug of choice?
I don't even know. That's what's crazy. It's a lot of stuff I don't know. I know.
Was she an IV drug user? Was she an IV drug user? Okay, you need to check your speaker.
No, she used pipe. I know. I seen her do that one time. That was the last time she relapsed, when she did that. And then when I got my first credit card, I had to move me and my little brother.
So let me slow down. Ma'am.
Sorry.
Check your Instagram and make sure Because it seems like you're having a problem hearing me. There must be a delay or something.
I can hear you. You can hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I can. Okay. So, have you ever sat down with a counselor or a therapist?
No, I have not.
You need to.
And then, I agree. And I
Like tomorrow.
actually, yeah.
It's not an insult. It's not an insult, man, because even right here,
No,
it's
I'm
like
not taking
you
it
have a
as an
lot
insult.
you want to get out. But
Right.
you're 32 years old with 2 kids, and your mother's passed, your ex is passed, and as tragic as that is, you're still here. And you're going to have to figure out how you're going to get from 32 to the grave and have a life worth living and thriving. You can't undo what you've already had done up to this point. Plus, you have a boy and a girl who are relying on you. So you need to be able to sit down with somebody to get all this stuff out of your mind, process it, make peace with it, and move forward. If you ever want to have anything with a man, family, or anything else like that down in the future, because the world doesn't owe you or me understanding. That's all I'm saying. So,
I had a question too.
And without doing that, jumping into a relationship without getting your mind right is just a placebo. Sex ain't gonna make it go away. Money ain't gonna make it go away. There ain't enough happiness to fill the holes.
Yeah, and what you're saying, I still agree with you saying I need a therapist. But after because my grandma, she's the one who really raised me, and she instilled, and my mom too. I don't know if it's okay to be spiritual here. Like I'm believing God and Jesus Christ, and I got close. I had built a relationship with him, and like even though I went through all that, like I'm not using that as like a pity, anything,
with
have
Christ?
a pity party, like
you built a relationship with Christ. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. I actually I had a lot of losses, even more than that. But it took when my cousin, she was only 29, she was a beautiful soul. Like she sent everybody scriptures in the morning, and when she passed away, she had got something removed from her armpit, took her medicine, and didn't wake up. And when she died, that's when I prayed to God that he let me know.
Man, I was baptized at 5 years old. I was baptized at 5, I believe. But there's a spiritual component of life, and there's a practical component of life. This part I'm talking about has nothing to do with the spiritual component. There's some practical things going on mentally, because you've had a tremendous amount of death and loss that is hard to process. And especially without a familial support system. Your faith is fine, but we are on this planet and we are fallen. So the best thing to do would be able to go sit down and talk to somebody to help you process all of this so you can live a fulfilled life.
And it's like you know how you say like women, like even I was watching the other lady, and like they have that, like they have a man who wants to take care of the household, then they just be like on their high horse, or they have a different mentality, the generational curse. I believe the way everybody's beliefs are, like it's the opposite of what it's supposed to be. So I've dated like 2 older guys, and I just got out of a relationship with an older guy. He was about to be 40, and it's like amazing. Like their mindset is just like crazy, like he was very manipulative and like emotionally and verbally abusive. And it's like, I know how to, because I've been so independent, like I know I'm like, I got the disease to please. So it's like, I know how to cater to my partner, and do what I need to do on my end, but I've never had anybody like willy-nilly like take care of me, but I would be open to it. And it's like, I think you said the percentage is like 80% of the like successful men, or the men, and that they're single. It's like, are these men, are they gonna stay single? Are they even looking to wife somebody, And it's like,
yeah, most of them do. You've been told that men don't want to get married, and that's not true. But let me back up.
Okay.
In your state where you're broken, you're going to attract. It's easier to attract predators. That's why I'm saying you need therapy, because whatever your desire to please, that may be there, but you're going to have an unhealthy expression of it because you attract predators. Even in a short period of time that we've been together, you've said a lot of things that, given to the wrong person with bad intent, they could use it against you to get closer to you. That's not me. But what I'm saying is, there's a way to be open and to tell people who you are without becoming vulnerable to them. And the way you don't become vulnerable to them is understand yourself. There's no reason to stop the tears and wiping them back and everything. You're supposed to cry. We've told people that you can't cry, you got to stay strong, and that's bullshit. But there's a way that you need to do it for you to where you understand that I've been through a lot. Life has been hard. It's had its challenges. Some of it's unfair. But if you believe, there's stories throughout the Bible to reaffirm your faith, but you still have to go down your path. Your path is your path. And I know a lot of times believers don't want to go we want to just pray and go into the closet, and it's not for us to wrestle with God. It's for us to submit to the things that we have out here already. So even if you can't afford it, there are people who will sit back and give you most consultations with life coaches, but I actually would recommend an actual psychiatrist, somebody who can diagnose depression, bipolar disorder. A difference is somebody who can actually prescribe medication, even short term, like Prozac, Zoloft, antidepressants, because these things can tend to help even 30, 60, 90 days just to get you kind of level to where you can kind of see clear for the first time. Don't close off any doors because that you don't know or the stigma of it. And the purpose is to just understand who you are, where you are. It's not to stay involved with a therapist or a counselor for 20 or 30 years. It's just to get you on the path to where you can actually go forward into life and not be so heavy or so burdened all the time. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
And they offer, and they offer, and often you just get online and just search psychiatrists or life coaches or psychiatrists or things like that in your zip code. Just go online and you should see a lot of different ones come up. And most therapists offer free initial consultation. And you go sit down with somebody and talk to them, or online, however they do it nowadays. And if you feel that person's comfortable, see them. If not, try somebody else. And folks are willing to make payment plans and work with folks, whether or not your insurance pays for it or not. But this is something that I really think you need to do for yourself and for your kids, so you can be the best mother you can be for them, because they're relying on you.
Right.
Do me a favor. On here is a message function on Instagram. Message me and just let me know that you did book your appointment. Can you do that?
Yes.
I don't need to know who you booked it with. I just need to know that you did it.
Okay.
You gonna do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm a man of my word.
All right then. All right, young lady. Good night.
Good night.